The Braves or the Red Sox. So we were there, yeah.
Which team did you like better? You don't care.
I liked the Braves at that time.
And they were.
We like now at Bremer.
Brandon Bailey question. I didn't get it.
Who do you like now?
Well, now it's the Red Sox, but I still watch every Braves game. Red Sox aren't playing.
She's loyal right to the end.
All right, what I would like to do is right now is if anybody would like to come up and say a few words, we'll start first with people who want to say something bad against you. Well, that's all over. There's nobody out there to say it. Anybody that wants to say
They're all
something.
good and polite.
Right. What we'll do is we'll have a couple of people, if they want, please come up and say something about Graham, whether it was something funny happened or something, whatever you want to say, and then we'll go into something else after that, and then we'll have another turn for people to speak so they can think while we're going on. So who wants? Yes, go
I
ahead.
can tell you, who could tell you more about me?
Who?
Ethel.
Ethel? Come on, Ethel, come up.
Tell us something, Ethel.
Ethel's only known you 20 years, Grim?
We worked together for 20 years.
You gotta have a funny story there.
You gotta have a few funny stories.
Florence Elwin is the kindest woman I ever met.
Here,
Hey,
here.
I told you.
There's a ringer in every audience. We all believe
That's
that.
because you already paid Ethel.
Anna, when did you retire?
What?
When did you retire?
What year did you retire?
From Digital?
Yeah.
81.
Mom, you're right.
Your mother never has a date one. You mean you questioned your mother about a date?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about your family mother-in-law?
Yes, I do.
Come on up.
I don't have to go up, do I? Well, I can say it from here. She's a most annoying mother-in-law. You know why? Because I never get to see her enough. And we have had some good times, and I have a little story I have to tell. I never told her this because she'd be so embarrassed.
We tell it in front of everybody.
No, it's not that kind. She's going to be annoyed at me. Remember the day we went to the Norton Flea Market? It was so hot. I think Leah came with us. This was quite a long time ago. We lived in
I don't
Amesbury.
remember, so whatever you say, I'll believe it.
Well, you know how honest Grammy is. I mean, honest as the day is long. Well, we left the Norton Flea Market, and it was brutal. And I put the air conditioning on in the car. And I said to you, we've got to stop and get some gas. So we were coming down the hill, and because the air conditioning was going such a long time, we ran out of gas and coasted into the gas station right up to the pump, okay? And we were so flustered because that happened. So this young kid came out, filled us up, and I don't know, there was a lot of conversation going back and forth. Anyway, I thought I gave him the money to pay him, and he said I hadn't given him the money, and I looked all over, and I said, I know I gave you the money. So he said, okay, and we went off, and I found the money was on the floor, and afterwards I dropped it. We were like 40 miles away, and I said, oh my God, I'll never tell Florence, and we drive back. And I said, if I had ever known the name of that gas station, I would have sent the money, but I said, if I ever tell her, I'm telling you this after at least 20 years. No, I never told you. I said, you would be so upset.
She's telling that story because you didn't want it on your conscience anymore.
But that's the only thing, Florence, I said, I just never see
No, you have to be
enough.
home. You have to be home at 6 o'clock.
Me
So
either.
now Bobby's got to get
Other stories?
Okay, my funniest story is looking for a dress for me to wear to the 8th grade dinner party.
Oh
Didn't
my
you
God,
think
that was I took her in every store in Carlton. Believe it or not. Thank God she wouldn't find something because I was just as happy as hell that she didn't find anything. It cost an arm and a leg and 2 weeks pay. Then
And I was so skinny. I mean, I'm little now, but imagine me when I'm 13. I was a peanut.
and it had to be just so. Oh, I didn't go to look at things, I just cheerful as I go.
And then
All of a sudden, She sees just what she wants. But 1/3 of what the others were that she didn't want.
And it was way too big. And the dance was probably 5 days away. I think it was the weekend before, and the dance was on the Friday night. But she took it home and she took it in and she put it up and made the sleeves shorter and everything else so that I had this beautiful dress to wear. And then many years later, we were at a flea market at Digital, in the Digital parking lot, and I put that dress and some other dresses in the pile to sell. And I wasn't going to wear them again. She didn't have the heart to sell them. So she snuck them. I found out later that she did one of those, what this is called, things, and thought I would never know. And years later, I got a Cabbage Patch doll, because you all know Graham makes those little dolls, made out of my dress. The dress and the doll is made out of my dress. Look at that. I remember that.
Spit out your sandwich. Hey, be back quiet back there. Down front.
I remember that. I remember the dresses that you did. I had them hanging up in the attic, and I just couldn't. All I could think of was, thank God she got that dress. I left it there, so I remember all of the other ones.
Yeah, in both my dresses. Two of my dresses, I have two different dolls in the dresses.
I also have a piece of that dress to make a doll's dress. You gave me a piece of that dress
The maroon
also.
one? The maroon one?
Yeah.
I have a story, but
Okay.
now we all know what a great cook Anna Flores
Well,
Chicken and
But
rice.
did you always
Chicken and
tell
rice.
people what you were feeding them? No, she lied all the time. One time we had the most delicious chicken dinner, right?
Here's the chicken.
And Kathy was there, and Crazy was there. Now you have to know she had pet rabbits. I took some pet. And after we finished dishes, we sat down, she starts laughing. We ate rabbit. We ate the pet rabbit.
well, I raised rabbits. I have 200 rabbits.
Hey, Judy, I'm surprised.
Make them rabbits. She didn't want us to make them. And we couldn't have her made a pregnancy test. We ate rabbits.
Yeah, we didn't know it.
Virginia, didn't you know those long ears belong to a rabbit?
Well, I'll tell you a better one, Virginia.
Oh, God, what did you think?
That's something you came up with. And I had this big frying pan full with stuff cooking in it, she never knew yet. Oh, God. So they came in, and oh, she wanted to do them. Everything smells so good. This one wasn't going to eat, and that one wasn't going to eat. But this is what they ate. A pheasant that I wrapped, picked up that somebody hit in front of me. Was I living in Florida yet? Please tell me I was living in Florida. Still alive. And I put it in the car. It was still alive.
You're bringing me
Vera and I were on the way to flea market. And she said, what if it starts to fly? So I went home and I said to Henry, if you could tell me what you're having for supper, I'll give you $10. I don't know. I said, you're having pheasant under glass. It was good. It tasted like chicken. When she came up with it, they were all young. And we come in and I had a pen to it. It was a raccoon. I never knew what it was. I thought afterwards it had onions and peppers. That Kool-Aid was just like a lamb leg.
Yeah, I bet it was.
It's good too.
I'm glad I was a picky eater. I know I didn't eat that